Today is Friday, September 26, 2025, and I'm basically break even today, but slightly down. So unfortunately, the Nasdaq is outperforming me, at least for today. But year to date, I'm pretty sure I am still outperforming the Nasdaq. Year over year, 221. Let's check the year over year. It's only 20%. And then, of course, my all time still looking pretty good even after this interesting week where I am down 2% or over 2%. And some things to note, I did see on X that apparently the Skims Nike collaboration is going to be releasing soon or today. So that on top of Nike earnings next week, I believe, should be good news because Nike has been struggling recently. Well, today it did struggle a little bit, but it came bouncing back. And usually these types of moves happen before an earnings report, just so the stock doesn't move too much before earnings. However, my Roth IRA has been doing much better and has been a little bit more in line with what the Nasdaq has been doing. And if anybody hasn't yet noticed, I did go ahead and purchase a lot more Chipotle. Anybody that has watched my previous video will know exactly why I've been purchasing Chipotle, Sweet Green, Cava, these types of stocks. I think they'll be my next swing play, at least to fill up the gap. And if we take a look at my recent transactions, you guys will see that I did go ahead and sell another Robinhood covered call. Yesterday, I did close the covered call that was going to expire today. It was only like $11, and I guess if I would have held it, I would have made another $11 today. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's only $11, and I just wanted to kind of take out the possibility that Robinhood could go back up, kind of like what it did this morning. If anybody noticed, well, we just see it on my portfolio. It kind of did look like Robinhood was ticking back up, but then of course it just it gave up its gains, and I'm finishing basically flat today. I wanted to take out any possibility that Robinhood could just soar to 130 today, but I did go ahead and sell another covered call expiring in December of this year for a little over $500, and then I did close out completely my EA shares. I didn't have a lot. I wish I had a lot more than what I did. It was only about 10 shares. And as you guys can see, my realized profit is about $733. And for anybody that hasn't yet heard, EA is going private and is getting bought out. If any of you guys follow me on X, you would have seen some of my posts today. This one from Unusual Whales. They report that EA is going private in a $50 billion deal. And another post from Brew Markets says EA is nearing a deal to go private for as much as $50 billion. It would be the largest leveraged buyout ever. And there is another post, of course, reporting that some of the investors include Silver Lake and Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. And then this post from Snorlax is showing apparently some insider activity before the announcement. So apparently somebody bought a whole bunch of 180 strike calls right before the announcement. So they made a boatload of money in a couple hours. So they're either really lucky or they had insider info. But anyways, it kind of sucks whenever these things happen. Even though I am technically making money off of this, it still kind of sucks because whenever I buy a company, I want to be like a part owner of that company, you know what I mean? I don't really want a quick payout and have someone else take my shares and take my equity in a company. And before EA, I think the last one I had that was similar to this was actually Discover that got bought out by Capital One, I believe. And I am still eyeing Capital One for like the next bear market or market crash, just because I really liked owning Discover before they got bought out. But unfortunately, EA is going to go private, so I will no longer be an owner of EA. And now, of course, we get to some of your guys' comments. We have some dry suck saying, hey, sorry, my comment wasn't very legible on the last video. I mean, I didn't think there was an issue with it. He says, I was typing with a baby in my hands. Well, congratulations. I appreciate you going over my comment by Sweet Green. Even though its past performance has been great, I am still contemplating buying some. Its revenue actually has been increasing year over year, and they are slowly increasing their net income. And I also believe their slowly rolling out more locations in big cities. I hope it does end up popping off for you, and I hope your day is going well, man. Well, I appreciate it. We have TES saying I'm in the red too, man. No losses till sold, though. I don't really like that mentality, because whether or not you realize your loss, it's at the end of the day, it's still loss. It's your equity, it's your cash that is going down, and it's also like a bag holder mentality that I don't really like. And we also have not financial advice saying, why do you have grind? Well, I went over it in my previous video. They're financially, they look okay, and they have a decent technical setup. I'm not expecting anything crazy like Robinhood, but I think it's an okay buy right now for me personally. Obviously, it's not financial advice. But you also ask, is the gold card physical? It's both physical and virtual. It has like temporary cards, like 24-hour cards that you can have set up on the app, but there is also a physical one.